Hello there, my name is Gregory Martel, and we're here to show you how to lose money every day while the stock market goes up, and we just keep losing.
It's not easy. Through a lot of trial and error, we've mastered it. This is our trading center. This is a, what's this called? A vibe board. It's really cool. You can touch it, you can move it around, you can do whatever you want with it. These are all the charts, same thing, think or swim. It's what we use to trade.
This is a walk-in treadmill, hardly ever used. It looks great though.
We got some new strategies. Tell them.
Yeah, so new strategy is a few days ago, or a few weeks ago now actually, I was studying what companies are losing the most each day. So I found like the biggest losers in the stock market and figured out what their market, looked at their market cap, and then figured out looked at the news and why they went down in value. Like we're talking anywhere between 5% and 25% in a day. And after listening to the news, some of the companies, which are the ones we're interested in, will hit their targets after earnings and have all positive news and their stock will drop. So what we do in those ones is we've been buying long-term calls when the stock drops out until, like, not say long-term, but 3 months to 6 months out, kind of like 25,000 on each on let's say 10 different companies, and then when it moves up 10 or 15%, 20%, we sell out and do it all over again. So we started doing that to help offset our put position with QQQ and SPY, and it's been working out quite well, to be honest.
We still have a lot of puts.
We do.
The market's gonna crash.
We do.
So we're
it's
not
gonna crash for a while.
We're not gonna give up on that. We're just slowly starting to not fight the Fed as much and let the Fed put a little money in our left pocket while we put all the puts in our right pocket.
It's not bad to look at the biggest winners too. So the biggest winners go up for no reason, and they just go up 10, 20%, and they're a big company, and you're trying to figure out why they've gone. Sometimes their earnings come out and they didn't hit their earnings targets, and it's all negative news, and their stock goes up. We put puts on those ones. So this is kind of what it looks like here. This is the biggest losers. Why is my name on the top of this list? Yeah, so we just follow this, and a good example is these beautiful bike shorts. Yeah, so what we did today is it Fate? Is that right?
Yeah, Fate.
Fate Therapeutics. It's down almost 18%. It's got a $6.7 billion market cap, and it had some negative news come out. So it went down, it was like almost 20 bucks.
14, like 15 bucks, so it went down like 17% to like a low. But if you look at 180-day moving average or like any of the like exponential moving averages for the last year, it hasn't gone below 65. It keeps bouncing kind of between that 175 or 75 and 120 range. So we figured, yeah, let's get some calls.
Another good one here is Snowflake. So if you look at this one, Snowflake, it's down today about 8%, and I'll show the 180 on this one. Our goal was to buy it around 150, and it moved down to
250.
Sorry, 250. It was up to like 275, 275, 280. And then it came down to 247 this morning. We bought it around just over 250, and we put some long-term calls on that. So if you're not familiar with Snowflake, it's a pretty cool company.
It's like a data warehouse,
Yeah.
IPO. There's got like Berkshire Hathaway, Amazon, there's a bunch of big players in it.
As you can see today's little dip, if you look at it, boom. It opened up at 282, the low was 247. We got it right around 256, 257.
This is our portfolio. This is SPY.
If you want to show that.
Yeah, SPY. So we got some calls. We finally got some calls short term in this last dip that we just experienced over the last 5 days.
Don't fight the Fed, apparently. So we stopped fighting the Fed.
Well, the Afghans came out of their caves, and when they did that, SPY went from 447 all the way down to about 437. At one point it was like 434 after hours. So we got some 437 calls here just through the end of September, some through the 15th of September. It's about, I think we put like 300K on SPY, 300K on QQQ, and it's roughly up about 21% on those calls, and about, even more, 34% on QQQ. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to offset the loss of the puts as it goes back up. So we sold some of the puts at the low, which was the 300 grand each, put that 300 grand on calls. We still have like over 700 grand each on puts. And now that 300 grand, as it climbs back up, we can take those profits out to roll up the rest of the put position so that we can keep optimizing the new high.
And reinvesting them back into puts. So we're trying to take the daily cash and using it for calls and puts against this. like all the calls are going to be between a month, well, 2 weeks, a month to 90 days, and all the puts are till like next summer, next fall, 22. So
you can see that the position overall, SPY's overall position is up 104,000 right now with the combination of the loss of the puts and the gain of the calls, and QQQ's up 36,000. Again, that's with the loss of the puts and the gain of the calls. So the goal is just to kind of keep fighting the theta and the delta as it moves in the opposite direction on the puts by trying to capitalize on these gains on the calls. 30, 40, 55, 30, 50, 60, 70, 80, somewhere about 120,000 in profit over the last 2 days of SPY going back up to counter the loss of the puts, take the 120 grand plus the principal, and then rebuy the puts at the new high and or roll up the old puts so that when it does fall, because it will, we'll be here to tell you about it.
one thing, we're not financial planners, so that's a big disclosure. We're not recommending anybody do this. This is just how we lose money every day, and maybe we make some here and there. Who knows, right? But it's a good strategy. It's working for us. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't reach out to any of us.
Yeah, we don't want your concerns.
And
also, if you're out there and you're like a big trading nerd and you think that you know everything and you want to talk shit about anything we're saying,
please do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd love to learn.
We'd love it.
Love to learn. Feed the geese. Thanks everybody. Greg Martel, Garrick, share your profits and then invest it into the market
trade ideas.
and lose it all every day. Bye.
Bye.
Sports seats?
Any headrest automation here?
Over here?
No.
Existing.